Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome. I'm so excited to see you all today. So today we're diving into my happy planner here and we're going to be doing a plan with me for next week. I'm excited for this. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, in my home, I'm in this plant mode. I love all the plants and I'm pulling in stickers from my Etsy shop, the Houseplant kit, and I am excited to make my planner look like what I want my home to look like. So let's just not waste any time. Let's flip the camera down and get to planning. Today we're planning for the week of May 18th through the 24th, which is the Memorial Weekend, which is always fun and exciting. We're going to be using the Houseplant sticker kit from my Etsy shop. I have enough plants, said no one ever. And you know, that's exactly how I am feeling these days because I am loving all of these houseplant vibes and I want my house to look like this. So we're going to make my planner look like this. So maybe we can get the house to look like this. So we have the deco sheet, we have boxes, we have some specialty boxes. And if you want extra boxes, these two come as an add-on and it's the Monstera and Ivy colorway boxes. They're very similar in color, but you can see this one's a little darker. The Ivy's a little darker and the Monstera's a little more of a true vibrant green. So these would go with it. I'm not sure we're going to use these. I want to try to see if we can get by with using just this kit because we have 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes there plus we have boxes here too. We've got boxes on boxes on boxes. So we'll see. We might use them. My intent though is I really want to use these shelves and I want to build kind of like a plant shelf. So I'm excited to get this started. Let's just do this. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to white off this note here just so it doesn't peek through. We have a little bit here that just doesn't want to lay down. Okay, now we're set. So let's go ahead and put the sidebar. This one is an extra long sidebar. So this is one of the older kits on my Etsy shop. And we had these extra long sidebars, which are also really fun. They're great for lists and whatnot. Let's go ahead and put this right down here. Just like so. Love this. Look at these plants. Love, love, love. And I'm going to hold off on decorating the rest of it until we get into it because, as I mentioned, I want to make a shelving unit. We want to build some shelves. Let's build some shelves. I'm really excited about this. So we're going to use these strips, which are about 3 inches wide. So they will cover 2 boxes. Actually, let's do this because I want this to jut evenly right up to the edge. Just like so. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. That's really fun. And you can flip them around. One side's dark and one side's lighter, so they can be flipped around. So let's go ahead and use this one over here. And we're going to stair step this shelving unit down. Just like so. Okay. Love, love. We're having fun with this. Let's go ahead and take this one. And I think what I want to do, can't get my finger in there, there we go, is put the light to the light so it kind of, your eye follows into dark, light, dark. We're going to do that. And because this side has 3 boxes, this side has 4, I could put this all the way to the side here, but then we're going to have this, I don't know, I think it's awkward. We're going to go right here. We're going to go one in because I have an idea for this box here and I think it'll work. But we're going to go in just like so. Okay. And then we're going to put another one down here so that they kind of overlap a little bit. And then this one ends dark in the middle, so we're going to put dark in the middle here too. And just like that. Okay. I think that looks awesome. And in our mind's eye, this can be like the floor. Okay, love it. We need decor for our shelves, but we also need boxes because we need function. So what my plan is, I will be putting boxes on here And I will also be putting lines. So I'm saving some spaces. I'm reserving spaces to write lines for my to-dos or my checklist or things that I want to get done, that type of thing. But let's look at the boxes first because I want to see how this looks. We're going to take one of these big square boxes and I want to put it right on the shelf. The shelf can hold my boxes. But I think instead of going inside the lines, I'm going to go just outside of the line. And I'll show you this in just a moment, how I did it. So that I get a little air, a little breathing room in the box. So here's how I'm putting the box in. So the white part in the center, I'm kind of lining that up with this line. And when I put boxes a little off center like this is usually how I'm doing it. I'm using that as my line to go up. And this really, for me, just gives me some breathing room, which I like. Okay, so we have that box. We have so many more boxes. I want to put a box on this shelf too. So let's take this little box here. It's got a cute little plant in it. And instead of going over, I think I'll go in this side here. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go a little off kilter here, and I'm using the white box inside as my line to follow that line. Okay, I think I'm liking this. Let's put this other little box with the plant in it. See, we're already putting plants on our shelves, right? And because we have this here, let's put it under here also. And let's go over this line a little bit. We're doing it a little matchy-matchy, but you know, that's all good. So we have this box set there. I am already loving how this looks. And I think I want another bigger box up top here. So we're gonna take this other one that has all of this beautiful greenery, and we're gonna go on the outside of here also. And I think I'll keep the greenery at the top. I mean, you could twirl it around and put it wherever you want. I think I'm gonna keep it at the top as is. And we're gonna do the same thing, just like so. Okay, so they sit right on these shelves. Okay, I am loving this. I am loving this. We have some more boxes here, which we will get to in a moment. We also have this big box. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I also have this box, which is really fun too. Okay, let's hold these aside a minute because I want to get to this page. We have our quote, "I have enough plants, said no one ever." This is how I feel these days. And we have a lot of plants. We have a lot of tall, like floor plants, but we also have some little shelfy like plants. And I think I want to do this shelfy plants first. And let's take this cute guy right here with the pink florals, and we're gonna set him on this shelf. But I think what I wanna do is I wanna trim the white part off the bottom first. I'm just trimming this white part off just to flatten the bottom just a touch. I don't wanna take away from the pot that it's sitting in, but I want it to sit kind of on the shelf like that. Oh my gosh. I am in love, in love, in love. Let's put another plant down. Look at this guy. So we have some of these plants are in here. So I don't want to put this here because that's the same as this, but we can put this here. Something to make note of. So again, we're going to trim the bottom real quick, just a touch. And let's put this plant on this shelf right here. Because you can have some of the same plants, but we don't want them next to each other. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, that's super cute. To break this up, let's take this guy that has, you know, that's very leafy. This little dude here. Do the same thing. And let's put this guy. I think he'll work on this shelf down here. Now I'm keeping these little plants within the box because again, you see there's air around. There's nothing wrong with white space in your planner. Oh my gosh, this is really fun. And then let's put one on here. So we have this little guy, and then we're just gonna trim the bottom, and then we're gonna set him right on this little shelf here. Okay, look how cute that is, so cute. So we have some open spaces before we do anything at the bottom here. We have an open space here and here and here and here. We have these. So all open for possible lines. And then so any of this down here. I do want to put this quote in, which I'll probably put down here. But what I want to do is I'm going to take up a space up here with this hanging plant. This is the idea that I had. She's very pretty. And we're going to fill this space right here with this hanging plant. I think this will really add some fun attention. Look at that. Yes. Okay, so what I want to do is get this top right kind of up in the center, and I want to make sure she's hanging somewhat straight like that. Oh yeah. That looks cute, right? Love, love. I could have hung her here too, but I think she would get in the way of the May. We still need to figure something out over there. This is this little guy here. So I love these little pots. They look like little stools that sit on the floor. Look how cute that is. I love this. Let's put this up here. It doesn't have to go like super high. I'm just going to kind of put it up a little bit. There. Okay. Loving that. Loving that. And now we need to work down here a little bit. So let's take this quote, because this quote's kind of big. It's long, which I love the long quotes. They can take up a good space. You can create like a little scene with it. But this one's really fun. And I think what I want to do is center it in this area with these guys. So let's see how we can do this. Sometimes I like to use some of the letters in it to help line with the lines. Kind of helps your eye line a little bit. So we have this P and we have a T. Don't want to go over the edge though, so this I think will work just nicely. I don't mind if there's lines because I do like my planner to look like a planner. But this kind of just helps that eye line right there. Okay, cute. So we have some big plants here. We also have a big plant here, and we have some boxes. So we want to keep mindful of the lines. So I'll probably put lines here, and I'll probably put lines here. And I could also put lines here. And I could probably put lines here. So maybe I'll have 4 sets of lines. So we could put something here, down here, and over here. Probably want a plant right here. So let's figure this out. One of my favorite plants on here is this Monstera. I just absolutely adore Monsteras. Like, right? Look at this situation. Because this is just going across this black line, I'm not going to cut the bottom off, but I might go over the line a tiny bit. Like just a touch. Not too much. I don't want it to run into this other guy. And you know, I could white this out. I could get a pen to white out, but we'll see. I think that might be okay. I like that. Before I figure these others, let's look at these boxes again. We have 2 long boxes here. This one I could go sideways and it has the same as this, and I kind of like that idea. Let's give ourselves a double wide box. So I like to do this with these boxes sometimes, go sideways. We're going to put it smack in the middle of this situation here, right at the bottom. Like that. There's a box. Then we can put a plant here, which would be really cute, right? And since we have these little guys too, we could put these with these short ones. So there is this lighter green, which is the Monstera color, and then the darker green, which is that ivy color, right? And we have a lighter green and a darker green. Let's flip-flop these and put these with these as headers. So we could do it one or 2 ways. We could follow it across, which that's perfectly fine, or you can give it a little more stair-steppy and go in the lines, which is what I think I want to do. How about like that? Okay, I like that. Let's do the same with this light one with this dark one. These 2 might be the same color. No matters. The idea on this side is to get a similar spacing. Kind of like so. I think that looks really cute. And there's definitely room to write things. I have this other box here. Oh yeah, here's the other darker one. It's all good. Like plants, the greens all blend with each other. So if I do lines, 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 I can put lines here, and I can put another box here. I don't want to go into where the lines are. I don't want to go straight. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to put these lines, this box here, but I'm going to follow the same idea, but on the outside here. So we're just making it go that way a touch. And that's just another extra box to use. I don't really want a full box there. Although, I mean, I could have. But you know what? I'm good. I'm good with this. I think this is really cute. So we need a plant here. So we have this one, which I love. And we have these. I really kind of like this palm frond situation. Look at how tall that is. That's super fun. Let's do this. I'm just letting the white go over the line at the bottom a little. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's super fun, super fun. Okay, let me go ahead and get a stencil and let's fill some lines in. Here's my Happy Planner stencil, and I have this gel pen. It's kind of a terracotta color. Look at that. I think that'll look fun. I think this will blend in with my little plant life. So I'm going to put some lines in here. I'm going to put about 5 for each of these days. So I'm going to line these up and just get to it. Okay, oh yeah, I think this color worked out really nicely with this. Look at that. One last thing, I had this, it was sitting on my desk. It's my functional script 1. I was using this, there's important today and to-dos. I also have one that's just straight to-dos, but I only have 4 sections, so I'm gonna put a to-do. I'm gonna use these 4 to-dos to, to just highlight these. So when I do like 4 like this instead of 1 every day, because you'll see a video coming up here. It's actually my next video because I took you guys along last week with me when I wrote my planner, but I had to-do lists every day. So I do it a little differently this way. Usually you can write a running to-do list on just all of them. They're not day specific. Or you can also categorize your to-dos. Like I would categorize it with house, like errands, work, that type of thing. Look at that. That looks super cute. So you'll see a video coming up this week of how I use my planner. But I'm excited about this. So when I go to use this, I may use some of these dots in some of these areas if I have other things that I want to write. But I think we're done here. I do. I think we're done. So let's just get the planner and put her in. I think this is one of my favorite planner spreads I've done here recently. I just love this. This is feeding my little houseplant soul. I love this so much. And I have lots of places to write. This is a really fun long box for a great list of things to do. I have boxes for pretty much most days of the week. I can use some of these dots next week if I need to add things in those empty spaces. But again, sometimes I just like the empty spaces. And I also like to write in them. I use the Houseplants kit from my Etsy shop. I'll list it all down below for you in case you're interested in checking it out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this planner spread next week. What do you have going on next week? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!